What's going on, everyone? Alliance Orc here, and welcome back to another video. And in this video, we're going to be doing a last pit stop for the WoW 20th anniversary and everything that will be coming in the patch on Tuesday, October 22nd. So keep in mind, the event starts this Tuesday coming up and will last until January 6th, 2025. So that's more than enough time to get everything you need out of this event, because trust me when I say this, there's a lot. There is so much to be got. And we're going to start with just the overview. And that is that the classic dungeon Black Rock Depths will be revamped as a 20th anniversary raid. And it will be a 10 to 15 player raid with 2 difficulties, normal and heroic, with 8 bosses and 5 mini bosses, as well as iconic loots making a return. And a new world event revisiting the gates of Encourage, which will basically involve Chromie as she uses her codex to help players revisit events of the past. This will be a 10 to 20 player scenario and will be queuable through Group Finder, but requires people to be level 15. And will include enemies like the Scourge, the Legion, the Karaji, Tichondrius, Osirian, which for those who don't know is a classic boss, and Kel'Thuzad, because we haven't had enough of Kel'Thuzad, right? And we got the Fashion Frenzy. Almost like Trial of Style, Fashion Frenzy is a small mini game of fashion designers for the fashion designers of World of Warcraft. Players are given a category to dress up as, and yada yada. And then we have Storyteller with Lorewalker Cho, and you can listen to stories of the past and participate in the audience. And the one I am excited for, Mount Mania, for the mount collectors. You all know how Asmongold has his mount contest. That's basically what this is try to be the last man standing with your extensive mounts. I'm Mr. 840 and I will be in the queue, so I'll see you guys there. And there's even a pet corner. The Pet Corner is a place for players to show off all the pets they've earned throughout their time playing WoW, and even get a chance to become some of their favorite pets. Cosplay as iconic characters. There will be costumes available to players to dress up as iconic heroes and villains from Warcraft stories. Feature characters such as Khadgar and Illidan, with each costume equipped with emotes, voice lines to play into character. And then there is the guest relations secret, which will be one of the secrets of Azeroth. So just kind of, if you don't know, there's a Secret Finders Discord. Just kind of keep your eye on that if you haven't already. Korak's Revenge will be returning with this event, which for those that do not know, Korak's Revenge will be basically an Alderac Valley battleground of old, where Alliance players can earn the Stormpike Battle Ram and Horde players can earn the Frost Wolf Snarler. These mounts are only obtainable during Korak's Revenge, so make sure you guys get them. And here is what they look like right here. The PvP vendors for this event will be moved to the Cavern of Time Anniversary Hub for easier access as well. So if you're looking for PvP gear, this will be at the Cavern of Times as well. And then we got some world bosses showing up that will be spawning in Tenaris, including the Shah of Anger, who will be able to drop the Heavenly Onyx Cloud Serpent for those who still need it. Archivon the Stone Watcher, who drops the Grand Black War Mammoth. Doomwalker, who I believe drops an Illidari Dragonhawk, I believe? Yeah, Illidari Doomhawk, my bad. I was close. And as you can see, the mounts are right here. As well as other bosses like Lord Kazak, Azurgos, and the Dragons of Nightmare. So there's plenty of world bosses for you to go and visit. So make sure you all take care of that. And with the new 20th anniversary, there will be a new currency called Bronze Celebration Tokens. These tokens are going to be your primary method of obtaining a lot of the stuff in this event, along with Time Warp badges. Weekly anniversary quests like the Originals, Soldiers of Time, Chromie Codex, an Original Path Through Time, and Disturbance Detected Blackrock Depths, which requires defeating one of the OG world bosses, getting 500 Honor and Korak's Revenge, complete the Codex scenario, do the classic time walkings, and do the Emperor Thorison encounter in Blackrock Depths. All of these will be weekly quests, as well as weekly events in Castle Gar, Theater Troupe, Awakening the Machine, Wax Collecting, Spreading the Light, and Severed Pack Threads, or Severed Thread Packs, will also reward Bronze Celebration tokens. Earning 100 Bronze Celebration tokens will net the player Token Collector. This allows token drops from repeatable activities. So this is going to be something that a lot of players will passively do on their own due to how easy these tokens will be to get, and this will basically make them even easier to acquire. And then we have the new Mount Blue Armored Phoenix, which is, from what I saw, the meta reward for an achievement that's really not too difficult to get, along with, well, here's all of the items in their cost. You have the Cold Flame Edge sword, which I believe looks like that, and the Bulwark, both costing 10 of the bronze. And then you have a shield cape, costs 15. A ring toy, which, as you can see right here, will display on your character's finger. Hopefully it shows through gloves, which also costs 10. And a helm piece, which you can see right here, will cost 10 as well. So the Cold Flame items in their entirety will cost you 55 bronze to get. And then with the anniversary, we will be having these as the November Trading Post rewards. They are faction specific emblem capes that your character can wear. Of course, the Scourge and Horde one are for Horde only, while the Kaldori and the Lordaeron one are for Alliance only. So these are very unique items, as well as new toys and pets coming, including the 20th anniversary balloon chest, which is this right here. Which, if you scroll over it, throw down the chest filled with balloons. It is a 5-minute cooldown. And then you have Little Doomy, which summons, I assume this is Little Doomy, and if I remember right, that's like Little Kazzy, I believe. Two very unique pets that you don't want to miss out on. And then we have returning items. If you have never taken place in a World of Warcraft anniversary, you will want to get these items, as they are all incredibly exclusive, including the Corehound chain, which is the Corehound mount from the 10th anniversary's Molten Core event. It does show up on the black market auction house, but it normally fetches a very mean penny. And then we have Little Nefarian, which I believe was also a part of the 10th anniversary. I might be wrong. You can correct me in the comments if I am. The Molten Corgi, which is a little magma puppy, super adorable, and also a very strong battle pet as well. The Onyxian Whelpling, Hate Spark the Tiny, and this next one I'm going to say predates really far back into the OG days, the Baby Blizzard Bear. for all my pet collectors out there, you want the baby blizzard bear, because I think this is the first time this pet has been attainable in over a decade. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. And of course, we have the tier 2 armor sets, which, hold on, I believe I have a tab for that. Here we go. So, for the armor sets, we have the Death Knight set right here, the Pale Rider's Eternal Armor, the Demon Hunter set right here, which is the Netherwalker's Eternal Armor, the Eternal Stormrage Armor, more defined Stormrage set, and then we have the Evokers set. Looks very, very good if you ask me. And then this is what it will look like when you're in your dragon form. And this will be the Earth Warder's Eternal Armor, the Dragon Stalker's Eternal Armor, and then the Mage's Eternal Netherwind Regalia. And then we have the Monk's Eternal Battle Gear of the August Acolyte. Probably one of the best monk sets I have seen so far. It looks insane. And then the Paladin, obviously, the Eternal Judgment Armor, which I'm sure everyone's going for frame 1. And then we have the Eternal Vestments of Transcendence, both robe and non-robe, which I believe was showcased up here with the... Yeah, it was showcased with the mage one too. So yeah, if you don't like wearing robes, you get the best of both worlds. And then we have the Eternal Bloodfang armor set, which is probably going to be the first one I get, because I've always been a fan of the Bloodfang armor. And then we have the Eternal 10 Storms. Again, we have with and without robe. And then we have the Eternal Nemesis raiment, again, with and without robe. The Eternal Battle Gear of Wrath, which I'm not really a fan of it, honestly. And then we have the side-by-side comparison of all of the armors, just so you can see the difference. And I don't think there's a single one where the OG beats the more defined and rendered set. And of course, once you purchase a tier 2 armor set, you will earn the achievement Upgraded Apparel, which will make the next tier 2 armor set you get discounted, meaning you will be able to buy it for cheaper. And while we're at it, let me just check the side here. So some other things I'm going to cover as we're basically at the end of all the anniversary stuff. Dark Iron Dwarves. The Dark Iron Dwarfs will be getting mole machines added to the Shadowlands, the Dragon Isles, Kazilgar, and I think that's about it. Basically, all of the zones that did not have mole machines active, they will have mole machines put in there. I will be doing videos on those as soon as I can, so just be on the lookout for that. The Evokers will be able to be, or not, the Drakthir will be able to take on different class roles, being Warriors, Warlock, Rogue, Priest, which Shadow Priests do have a unique fly animation for their capes, and so on and so forth with the Evokers. So if you, or the Drakthir. So if you like being a dragon, make sure you check out the new character selections, so that way you can get the most out of that. There are also going to be buyable titles with Time Warp badges, including Molten Core Prospector, Karazhan Graduate, Detective, Grizzly Hills Hiker, Plaguelands Survivor. Pretty cool one for a Death Knight, if you ask me. Classic, Outland, Northern, Cataclysm, Pandaria, Draenor, Broken Isles, Zoldazar, Kultiris, Shadowlands, Dragon Isles, and all those enthusiasts, and Kazalgar Racer. Interesting. No Kazalgar enthusiasts, I guess. But the classic Timewalking Dungeons that will be coming are Dead Mines, Zul'Farrak, Dire Maul's Wing 1 and 2, and Stratholme Wing 1 and 2. So Rivendare's Death Charger can also be added to being on the table for acquirable mounts, since Lord Rivendare is a final boss of Stratholme. And you can begin these Timewalking Dungeons as early as level 10. Also keep in mind there will be the usual leveling buff, so this is a fantastic time to level your alts. And some rewards from the Timewalking vendors include the Ley Woven... I think they got these wrong. Oh, the rewards will be the Enchanted Spellweave Carpet, the Frey Feather Hippogriff, and the Amani Hunting Bear, which are based off of... I was looking at the purple words, I'm sorry. They're based off of the Ley Woven Flying Carpet, the Reigns of the Long Forgotten Hippogriff, and the Amani Battle Bear. And as I said with the Drakthir, Hunter, Priest, Warlock, Rogue, Mage, and Warrior will be playable with Drakthir. Shadow Priest has already been shown that their flight form will have a special glow to their Shadow form skin. And with the Drakthir's change, they are going to be having a few adjustments to their racials, including Tailswipe is no longer a racial ability and is now available as an Evoker class ability. And their cooldowns, in the cooldown of Tailswipe and Wing Buffet, is up to 3 minutes from 1.5 minutes. And Wing Buffet will now display wing effects if your character is not in Visage form, because one big change coming to the Drakthir is you can choose whether you want to fight as a dragon or as your Visage form. And they will no longer shift you into your dragon form unless you are an Evoker. As for Shamans, let me hear you in the comments. You guys are getting upgraded Ascended forms. This is going to be your new Ascendant form if you use Enhance. This will be Elemental, and then this will be Restoration. As well as they have these energetic Ascended models too, if you want them. These were originally the base model ideas, but a lot of people just did not like it. So there are glyphs to change that. But yeah, just know, this was what it was originally going to be, but it got a lot of negative backlash. And also, Dragonflight PvP and Symbols will be making a return. So if you're like me and you missed out on some of those delicious Dragonflight PvP sets, they will be sold at the Gladiator's Refuge in Valdrakken. The regular Arsenal and Ensembles are sold by Selthorax, and the elite versions, if you qualify to buy them, will be sold by Glamora. These include all of the Aspirant Armor, Gladiator, and Weapon sets. So, more Transmog to come for you guys. And while we're on the subject of Transmog, class-restricted gear will now be able to be learned by anyone. So, if you're someone like me who spent a lot of time in Nighthold, doing Balance of Power, farming Gul'dan, etc., then you'll probably be missing your cape. Trilliax hates me. I'm sorry. Trilliax hates me with capes, but now If you loot a warrior cape on your rogue, you will still learn the cape for the warrior set. This also holds true for items like the quivers from Sylvanas, so you can now kill Sylvanas in Sanctum of Domination, and if you loot a quiver, you will still learn it even if you are not on a hunter. And Warbank to work with crafting orders as well. Regions stored into Warbanks can now be used to fill all types of crafting orders. Oh, there's a lot. I'm sorry, there's a lot to go over. And with the change comes a lot of reworks to talents, including improving the talent calculator. So they're basically going to be improving the optimization for the hero talents is what I'm getting from that. Holy cow, I'm sorry, there's so much stuff to go over. And then this is just a breakdown of guest relations. We'll probably do more on that later. And the Mount Mania. I'm just going to cover this real quick. And Mount Mania is really simple. Everyone can participate during the event. And all you have to do is mount up whatever Abigail Cyril's daughter mounts up on. If you do, you get a point. Whoever gets the most points wins. So as you can see right here, she's on the Tombstalker, which, sad story, I do not have. So you would just have to get on the Tombstalker as well. And there are 2 rewards from Mount Mania, including the achievement. I have that one, and its follow-up, Mount Master, which is matching 20 points and matching 1 point. So make sure you get those. These achievements can be completed at any time and don't require winning the game. Winning is just for bragging rights. And sadly, none of them rewards a mount, which I feel like it should. Also, I'm going to bring it up because I feel like I'll get roasted in the comments. As many of you know, the motorcycle mounts are coming as well. The purple and red one have been linked to the Mountain Dew promo coming soon, and the green one is tied to the World of Warcraft 20th anniversary. So with all of that said, I will provide more info on these motorcycles as they become available, and also as well the Sylvanas, Transmog, and Symbol will be coming to the trading post for November as well, meaning that your character, regardless of the race, class, or spec, can look like Sylvanas. The only limitations here is that hunters will have a unique quiver cape that they can use. Everyone else will just get a bland blanket flapping on their back. So I think I covered everything. There's so much to unravel in this. It's layers upon layers, and I'm sure I've missed stuff. There's gonna be stuff I've missed, but just don't miss out on this event. It is so massive. I'm excited for it, and I can't wait to see you all out there having fun. But I'm going to wrap this video up as we're almost 25 minutes long. And if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. It helps out a ton, and I will see you guys for the next video.